How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Brawl here on MTG Arena today. We're checking out Averna, the Chaos Bloom. Um, she's a Foundation's Jumpstart commander. So Foundation's Jumpstart is on Arena. You do have to search it up, so it's a little hard to find, but it is available from the get-go, which is nice. We'll keep that because it's a treasure. This deck doesn't work as well as I would have liked it to. That's my beginning preface. And the reason for that, to discard that, it's a good card. We just have better things to do. Uh, if we don't have many Cascade cards, right? We have to run the not great ones to get the Cascade effect. And even then, we just don't have enough Cascade to support a commander whose sole ability is based around benefiting off casting Cascade spells, right? So the way we mitigate that is with the Discover mechanic. It doesn't work with our commander, but it lets us cast Cascade spells without yikes. It lets us cast Cascade spells without a swing over at Invasion of Egamon. Eragon? It lets us cast Cascade spells without having to actually cast them, right? Because a few of our topping cards, a few of the general green payoffs to get spells into play, right? Like, they don't cast. They either seek and put onto the battlefield, or put directly onto the battlefield, or some variation of that effect, right? And the next turn we can just play our land. There. Play our land Cascade. Dragons are cool, don't get me wrong, but Vorinclex has an unrestrained access to flip that invasion. Cast. You discard a card. If you do, search for a land or a battle card and put it into your hand. Do that. I don't have any other lands or any other bats, I think, but Nykthos is probably good enough on his own, right? Probably. Yeah, so I've tested this deck extensively, and one of the problems that it runs into is yikes. That's ambitious. What do we got going on, opponent? I think there's 6 damage in front of it, unless it gets. Yeah, okay. And preclude the other thing. Fair enough. That is nearly death. Indestructible. Becomes indestructible? Yikes. Uh, we'll get a trigger our commander this game, though. That's nice. We didn't, though. We didn't get a trigger our commander. We could attack him with everything and we still just lose. GG, I guess. Close, though. Close. I mean, close games in decks that you don't have faith in are better than nothing, right? Foundations pack. We need some of them. Uh, yeah, the MGA schedule this week does not benefit from our drafting strategy that we've employed as of the last update. And part of the reason that is problematic for us is to keep this, even though it's very non-synergistic. So we bobble on one, we cave on two to crack the bauble, and then we'll have a turn 3 Fabled Passage that enters untapped. Could be worse, right? One of the adjustments of this deck. Actually, we can do this, and we can grab a blue source so that we can look like we're going for our commander. We will. We will go for our commander eventually, but red-white decks tend to do very well against this type of deck. Air Appraiser. I'm gonna solve the equation, and I'm probably gonna grab this. So if our opponent plays their commander, we are happy enough with the result. Our opponent saw what we did, and they still just kind of played into it. Fair enough. I guess the hope was that we wouldn't be able to find a red source, which we could. Maybe they have a protection spell. They do. Okay. Yikes. That's bad for me. God, rabbit aggro. I haven't seen a heir apparent deck yet, but oh boy, that was interesting, wasn't it? Yikes. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if Averna is quite viable yet in Brawl. It's much more viable in Commander, where all of the Cascade cards are lethal, right? That is a definitive advantage of building her in that format versus building her in or on Arena. The thing is, though, our commander pool on Arena is limited. It's much larger than it used to be, but it is still limited. We gotta try these things out, right? See if they actually do work. And if it can work, you just need to approach it from a different angle than I did, I think. With limited cascade spells, you could do a search spell type effect where you like massing on fabricates and these kind of effects. We did not. We have them, but we don't have all of them. So this is the turn 3 commander, and then we can turn 4 fabricate for a artifact with cascade on it. We have one at 6 and we have one at 8. So depending on how fast our opponent gets out the gate, it depends on what we'll actually grab with our fabricate. And if it's way, way too fast, we might even end up grabbing a key to the city. Because can't afford to die. That is where the line is drawn, right? So today I've talked about deck preparation in many, many videos, but one of the things that has always somewhat been consistent is that I generally build decks in pairs. And Averna with the shaky side of the pair. Another one that I have prepared. I'm pretty sure it's going to do its thing. Like, there's very little to stop it from doing its thing. But could discover 4, and that could hit a cascade spell. If our commander survives. Another problem I've run into is that sometimes, well, not sometimes, a good few of our cascade spells on Arena are high mana value. They're 8s, they're 6s, they're 4s, right? And no block. The team grows. That sucks. That's a sorcery. I think I'm gonna stay back and then maybe discover during my opponent's turn. That could be good. Block out whichever one you give lifelink to, or not in immediate danger yet. Yikes. They're summoning. I don't even do it anymore. Grab it. Guess we grab Cascade cards. And then block with our Cascade Commander. Johnny Primate is dead. I don't know, for some reason a Johnny Primate is more annoying in my mind than the other. Let's do this. Grab a land. Discover 4. And then just move our way up to don't need reason to believe. They're gonna take a lot of damage. But at the same time, we kinda can't afford not to. Key to the archive. So if we risk playing that, we kind of die. But like that does fit the criteria for all of our things. We kind of just gotta hope. I mean, that is not enough, I don't think. Let's get rid of this because it seems unrealistic, even though we can actually cast it this turn. And then just play this. And grab Tolly. The best case scenario, our opponent doesn't remove Fierce Empath. They swing in, we take 4. We get to survive. Worst case scenario, our opponent's like, I have Past Exile. You lose the game. I mean, that's still, we lose the game, right? Right. Devotion also does it. GG. We had a couple of rough games, but I think our problem might. Why are we like this, Arena? I can look at everything but my commander at the moment. That's excellent. I think part of the problem is that the effect is just not worth it if you can't reliably trigger it, and we don't really have the necessary cascade cards in this color combination to trigger it, right? Because if we're cascading for 8 and 6 and 5 and 4, chances are we hit a non-land before we ever hit the land, meaning that the cascade happens, but the ability never triggers. This is kind of sad, but Averna will, like all cards on Arena that don't currently have the right amount of support, will get better as more cards are added, right? So, we will see her again in the future. So, if you enjoyed today's video, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.